Main stat is Luck Rest Int. Luck to increase the drop rate, and Int to increase the damage of skills such as Storm and Thor. For magic device, I use Drop Casty because of its huge weapon 80 compared to other magic device, and also a solid stat due to magic attack and motion speed. If the magic device is one slot, you can use Menti as the first option because Menti has a stat of magic attack 11%. For Usasama 2 is additional option only. For armor, you can use normal stat with stat magic attack percent and int percent, and the additional stat can be adjusted according to the needs. Here I use 2 critical damage because it is used as armor DPS magic 2. Extol can use those with magic attack percent. For example, here I use Yule Cat because of its magic attack percent and int percent, and Dr. Leo 2 with magic attack percent and max HP. Ad can use the one with magic attack percent also. Monster Face Paint and Schmet Hairpin are good options too because these two additions have a stat magic attack percent, but here I prefer Monster Face Paint so that it can be used by Magic Halberd and several other magic jobs because there is a critical damage stat. The X-Doll is also stat so. My ring uses the same ring as the Magic Halberd, because the stat requirements are almost similar, requiring magic attack percent and motion speed percent. For the avatar stat Mage Farm stat, I don't use a special stat, so you could say this build is not required to avatar stat, but if you still want to use the avatar stat, you can focus on the damage to element or magic attack percent or short range damage percent stat. Because the main stat does not use STR to make up for the lack of critical damage, weapons must have a DTE stat. Can use other stat alternatives if eating critical buffland in bosses that have crit resist. X-Doll can focus on pierce like Diarch or Armacite. My arrow uses Drop Deformus, because the critical stat and motion speed. Same as weapon, as it doesn't fill stat STR, then a stat like this is best because the base critical is not too big, so I don't use the critical damage percent stat. For X-Tall I focus on critical rate because I don't use buffland critical. Add focus on pierce too if you fight high def bosses like Mimyu, but if you fight low def bosses, you can use the Monster Face Paint so that the damage is maximized. The same ring as the Mage Farm because the stat requirements are exactly the same, namely the magic attack percent stat and motion speed. Avatar stat can focus on pierce greater than damage to element greater than magic attack percent. Level 10 paralysis shot to inflict paralysis on target, level 1 arm breaker to use 1 MP combo, and level 10 long range to add storm damage. Level 10 Chronos Shift for emergency MP, level 7 Impact to cut MP cost when Thor combo, level 10 Storm for maximum damage. Level 10 Magic Mastery to increase magic attack, spells calibration are just level 3 to take special magic skill wall. Level 10 Chain Cast to add damage to some magic skills and reduce the cast time. Level 10 Power Wave to increase the basic 80 distance when using Magic Halberd. Level 1 Barrier for instant maximizer. Level 10 Lightning Hail to deal a lot of damage with Thor. Level 10 Thor Hammer for main damage. Level 10 Halberd Mastery to increase weapon attack. Level 10 Spear Critical to increase crit rate flat. Level 10 Tornado Lance to increase halberd crit damage. Level 10 God Speed Wield to increase motion speed by 30%. And level 1 Almighty for instant 3 stacked God Speed Wield. Mykyo optional. Learn if you want to increase the crit rate for the next skill only. Level 10 Familia to add a little magic attack. Level 10 Blizzard for sub damage when farming. Level 10 Advanced Familia for instant use of Blizzard without having to tap the skill. Don't forget to set the X skill like this if you want it to automatically appear when farming. Level 1 Mirage Evasion to evasion when casting skills. Level 1 Frontline for 1 MP combo opener only. Learn level 10 of this skill line to support your damage when farming, bossing. Take level 10 of this skill line too, except Desperate, if not use star gems. Take level 1 only to refine equip. For Buffland, when farming mode use weapon attack, max MP, int and damage to element. When bossing mode use weapon attack, max MP, int, damage to element and critical if you need more critical.